Aliya and Six have been looking for the roboticist Janik Remba, sent by Professor Miyari to uncover the cause of the fall of Iox, which she believes is soon to return. But ancient memories found inside Six led Remba to a different discovery, an ancient observatory, the Vault, which Remba believed could save the Nebula from darkness. But why had Remba been hiring laborers to dig something up on Elboreth? Perhaps other ancient sites like the mysterious Withering Place will yield more clues. Hello everyone, I am the plane shifter phasing to the universe of Heaven's Vault. And on this time, I'm actually moving the story forward. Boy, my first attempt to play this game, and I played it so wrong. I'm on Elboreth. Kinda forgot about that. Yeah, time to find out I. And the other guy, forgot his name. And yeah, the gate. I have a lot to speak to it. The Catex Gate. That's the way up to the inner citadel. Catex probably mean castle. Mistress, there is only solid rock behind this door. I comprehend. It is a hopper. It's one of the oldest things on Elboreth. It still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, it cannot take us inside. What is a hopper eye? The eye is a focus, mistress, nothing more. It receives and reparticulates the hopper signal. Think of it as a funnel into which the sands of your being are poured. I must assume this gate contains the hopper source. There must be a comparable gate above fitted with an eye. So what makes hoppers? Where do they come from? Where do I come from, mistress? Or the moons? Or the rivers? Where does anything come from? Stop being poetic and try to answer the question. It's technology. I assume you have used the gate before. Hundreds of times. Though as a children we sometimes climbed down the outside of the walls. You just say the word. What is the word, mistress? I'm gonna adjust my microphone. Okay. I'm not just gonna say it. I'm gonna be cheeky. The gate is listening. A fair point, mistress. Say the word for the gate. Set Boyak Hefar. The gate is asking where you want to go. You can understand it? No, mistress, I was asking you a question. Set Boyac Hefar. Set destination? The gate word is the name of the upper city. But I think the upper city is named after the word. Katkes. Romania mi yeni hua. Nothing's happening. Most impressive, mistress. Set Boyac Hefar. Yeah, what if? I didn't think that would do any good. Said Boyac Hefar. Come on, I used Kibania first time the first playthrough. Kibania. Kibania? Yeni hua sale catalit. There we go. What just happened? The goddess name got me through? I have more things to say to the gate. But not now. This is the main courtyard. There are alleys leading off in all directions. It is easy to get lost up here. Have you lost her robots up here, mistress? I lost 3 up here, as it happens. But 3 had lost itself long before that. What do you mean? That's the thing no one tells you about robots. They don't work properly. They're fragile. I am not fragile, mistress. I require nothing. This gate's been locked as long as I can remember. I think the key must have been lost somewhere. Roy and I used it up to climb over it. Tapis. Yeah, I'm gonna see him first. Then I'm gonna
to
talk
strangers, the cat kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways. I could have found my way to Tappies in the dark.
I can't believe the people here talk ancient. This place must be old. Older even than Iox, maybe. I wonder if it was important in the days for the Empire. I wonder if the citadel was once a castle. Yeah, someone said to me, who was it? Kiss is the denotation of royalty, so cat kiss could be castle, yeah. If Rima really was hiring workers from here, you have hired them from the market. could see if we can find anyone who knows what he was doing. Later. Tappy's place. Will he try to mug me again? Tappy's place isn't big. But inside it's a treasure trove. There he goes. Hold it. Oh. But it is you. Welcome back to Albaref, Moonflower. Give it back, Tappy. Whatever it is you took. I confess, I only really saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So have your, no doubt, precious brooch back. Mistress. Do not trust this man. It's a bit late for a warning, 6. I love this line. 12 years too late. I already don't trust him. You adore me instead. I prefer it that way. Now come on in, out of the code. It seems as though I will wait here. Suspiciously.
Tappy's place was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
It's so good to see you back on Albaref, Aliya. The rivers above grow too when you're not with us.
And at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
And are you well? I am never do. So, Tappy, how are the Alboretians watering things? Has it been so long since you were here? Perhaps it has. Anyway, our suffering is stable for the moment. I want to show you an artifact. Oh, yes? Roll of paper made on Remba's dig site. The model made on a pre-Empire site. This is a model carved from copper, dating from at least the earliest day of the Empire. Your standards are slipping. Still, I may be able to shift it, but not for much. I have something of a similar period, I think. Yes, this is it. A ceremonial knife. Ooh. And there's a carved message on the hilt. It's really minuscule. I think I'm gonna keep the knife. This is the start of a fragment of text. Why would tomorrow even fit here? Okay. He is strength. I'm convinced my stimulation for strength is right now. The symbols. Obedience, devotion, truth. Could be loyalty is a strength. Makes sense. Well, devotion is strength. There is a holiness thing. This can be used for knowledge, so truth is a strength also fit. I'm gonna go with devotion. Does devotion to strength make sense? When you'll be able to help me finish it up? Most likely this comes from the same place as the model I found here earlier. This new find should be helpful in pinning down where these originated. So, if you've seen the goods, the knife for your copper model of an armless god? Copper model of an armless god. Well, these things don't make much sense, to be honest. Agree to trade. You have a deal. I don't think these items are too important for the story. I think this looks rather good here. Show another artifact. I found a few more items you might be interested in. Hold on to it. I have nothing to trade today. I'll have more for you soon enough. Another thing, Tappy. Who buys all this stuff of yours? Respectable people. And a few elbow rats too. Why do they want it? What good does it do? Different reasons. Some are collectors, rich types. Think money hurts them, so they spend it quickly. Most of them are old. Prostate problems. They leak money. You mean you fleece them? I provide a service. A purchasing experience. I'm paid for my time. Should have said you. By the way, Tappy, thanks, Tappy. Always a pleasure. See you later, Tappy. Don't be a stranger to us now. You are in one piece. You still have all your teeth. We have one new artifact to consider. We also learn one new location, a praying pyre site. Shall we leave now, mistress? I want to pay a visit to Ori. Very well, mistress, and have a very unpleasant talk on the way. What was the city built to be? Strange question.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen. Dependable. Cheap. Mistress. What is this late selling? Can't you tell? This is a slave market. You must have known 6. Yes, mistress, but knowing something exists and witnessing it have different effects on my programming. Hold yourself together. If you freeze up here, you'll be stripped for parts. I have no wish to freeze up here, mistress. I wish to leave. Yeah, me too. There's nothing worth seeing here. You're lost, far what? Far what? My name isn't Farwet. You look like a Farwet to me. And you brought a Miamek with you. A robot here. You don't like robots? Miamek. What good are metal things to anyone? Perhaps you're hoping to start a riot? It's useful enough to me. I don't want to anger her now, maybe later. I suppose you think that thing of yours will stop anyone from demanding respect? Don't you have a stall to run? Or his business is low today? You Ioxians. You eat the failure of others. And your kind won't be happy until the Niamek can eat. You don't look underfed to me. For what Salehua? What Salehua? Do you believe the works are well treated, mistress? Let's not talk about it. You've got your own problems. They seem pale by comparison, mistress. Yes? I want to ask about a man named Remba. I don't talk about my customers. So Remba was a customer. If he was, I wouldn't talk about him. Remba's dead. Dead? When was this? Nearly 3 weeks, perhaps. He was here every week for a time. Life is so short. I shouted at him. He brought one of my men back with a broken arm. I chased him out of the yard. I want to talk to the man Rema brought back. Maybe I'm doing this too fast. You want to hire one of my stock? I just want to talk to him. Then you can pay a fair rate. If that's to jig your plot or whisper to you through the night, that's your affair. Just don't break his leg. Listen to me, I won't hire anyone. Then you can pay to see him. If you'd rather be a Wakis than a Mikis, it's all the same to me. What's a Wakis? Waters preserve me. You ever traded a lamb for a kiss on the mouth? Well, maybe today's your day, Wakis. Ah, okay. What's the laborer's name? Whatever you like. Listen, Salehua. Your Yoxan friend shattered my man's arm bone into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like his ladder, you are the last chance he's got to earn himself a meal. So pay your dues. I'll pay him, I won't pay you. I'll make you a deal. You take him off my hands for nothing. And you look after him. Yazi, get out here. I know miracles happen. What time is it? Reach your buyer. Mistress, please. Good fate and greetings to you, Meeks. Let's make one thing clear, you're free. Yes, Mix, as you say, Mix. Good look for what? What does Mix mean, Yazzie? Better. Yeah. I'm not your better, Yazzie. I'm from Albert F2. You are from Iox, I think. Just as the other one was. Where were you digging? Somewhere on Elboreth? No. Away. I do not think anyone will hire me as I am now. How did you break your arm? We were using a winch to raise up broken rock, the which had been strung together from a few old poles. A big hook someone found. There was too much rock. The whole thing keeled over sideways. I jumped out of the way. Not far enough. What are you digging that needed a winch? A hole, mistress. A very deep hole indeed. So, where did Remba have you working? We sailed to a moon. Elborat was visible in its skies. There was nothing there, but he made us dig. We found something. How did you dig up for Remba? I do not know. We had just uncovered a spar of wood when the witch fell on me. I was brought back here. Wood? Not metal? No. Not robots then. Can you find Rainbow's Moon again? I think so. I think so, yes. But not on a map. I will need to fly with you. You want to go back there? No, never. What I see you do, Mix, and I will help you. Let's go back to the ship. We can talk there. Okay, I'm gonna go to Rainbow's Moon. Shall we leave now, mistress? And I may see... Let's get out of here. I'm gonna go to Rainbow's Moon and later I will talk to Oroy. So much. Stand still, mistress. And so we left the surface of Elboret. I think the slave trader will be a great person to learn a lot of ancient. Descriptions? No. Descriptions. Do I have anything solvable? No. Okay. Yeah, so what are you going to do with it? You are on the trail of Ramba Mix. He flew us to a tiny place, a rock amongst rocks. I can find the place where the Ioxian had us working mix. Without me, I do not think you would ever find it. And what makes it so hard to find? It is a rock. But I know which rock. Why are you helping me? You see through me, of course. Please understand, I was strong, very strong. Now, no one will ever hire me again. I want to work. I don't have work for you, Yazzie. I barely have work for me. You do, today. We will see about tomorrow when it comes. Alright, lead the way. Okay. Let's sail. He's gonna steal my ship, all that good stuff. Then will take him to the market moon. Yeah, whatever. We're going the right way. I do not know, Mix. When he took us there, he did not let us look out of the window. There appears to be a trail on the water. I think Rainbow's dig site should be around here. There is something here. Settle the Nightingale, Six. Let's take a look around. I wonder what would happen if I would find this place before meeting him. Oh, I forgot his name. Yazi.
We trudged across the surface of a tiny moon. Nothing but dust and towering stone.
This is the place. This is it, Meeks. It is quite remarkable, mistress. This place is actually worse than Elbot F. Much worse, Miyamake. But why did Remba dig here, Yazi? There can't be anything to find. No one's ever lived here. There is no organic matter in the soil, mistress. I would suggest this moon has always been as you see it now. I do not know what he was looking for. I only know that he found it and he left. Just mountains of sand. We won't find any buildings here. Take B period. There are none. So what is this? So can we leave too? We must have been here for a reason. We need to find out what it was. What is this thing, Yazi? For lifting? For lifting. This is how we run the winch. How does it work? 3 works winded up. There is a rope attached to a cart filled with rocks. The cart comes up the tracks. Then you let the cart go. So the tracks lead to the dig. Made for a cart, I suppose. Someone is building something. Not exactly Meeks. Not for robots. He wouldn't use robots. Why didn't Yannick use robots for the dig? It must have taken forever to excavate all this. I believe the answer is obvious, mistress. Well, Six, enlighten me. Why didn't Rainbow use robots? Robots cannot keep secrets, mistress. Every robot has a master. Rainbow didn't want Miyari to know? Perhaps Miyari. Or perhaps Miyari has a master of her own. No way through this way. When the work was too slow, Remba used the explosives. He didn't seem to know what he was doing. This way, Mix. Follow me. It's closest seems to have been Rainbow's downfall. Mistress, I must warn you, I do not trust him. I do not believe he is being honest with you. I suspect there is something of more value he wishes to retrieve. What is that? By the goddess.
There were tents, carts, ropes and platforms. Remba must have had an army working here. And yet he had left it all behind. Just like that.
Here is what we did for him, Mix. The pit we dug is within. And it is deep. Remember wasn't digging for his observatory, was he? I do not think you can bury an observatory, mistress. Fair point. So all this was built before Rimba went to Mercy. Rimba must have found something here. Something that led him into the cyclones. The Roban brooch, perhaps? It must be some pit. What did Rimba find? An eagle? Did he find more robots? I do not know. I do not know. How long did all this take? I don't know, Mix. Usually works in shifts. A few weeks and then change. The work was hard. The air here is thin. Yeah, you keep asking that, just look around. He did not say. And I was no longer here when he found it. Whatever it was. Is there a doorway? Around the back, Mix. Yay! Building holes in the kingdom. Guess you got a garrison under here. Where's the cart? For transporting rubble. We do dip into the rock below. What was Rimba digging for? Okay, yeah, we're trying to... There is nothing on this mount to dig for, mistress. This is heavy equipment. Where did Rimba get all of this from? From Albaref, I suppose. I would suggest it comes from a mine or a quarry. I would believe it is itself old. It must have taken weeks to set all this up. Was it worth it, Remba? Did you find what you were looking for? Something etched in the metal. There's a few words in this one. Mechanical is fair. That's wrong. Well, I can add my translation for fair to my dictionary now. Could it still be related to Ruler. Huh. Emperor. Robots. I think this is law because it's related to emperor. Robots law is fair. And we know that robots actually were masters of man at some point, which makes the whole thing about 6 being disgusted with slavery a bit weird, but not unwelcome. Could still change my mind, but robots law is fair. Yeah, it's very weird, that phrase, but I think it's correct. If you go inside mix, then you will understand. There's an opening somewhere? Yeah, around the back mix. Trace. What was Rumba looking for? What did he find? Do you know? Stop it! I do not know. I was good before I found anything. Look inside. Little pieces. Pottery, metal shards. Nothing significant. Though surprising to find out here all the same. Rainbow's not interested in these pieces. The others collect them and share them out to sell. Rainbow let you sell the pieces he'd found. He insisted that we dig, but he did not care what we dug up. Another dig. For strong equipment. What is all this? There must be a city under there. A basket. Here's something. A finely made dagger with a cruel looking blade. Would guess it dates from the yearly empire. It doesn't have an inscription on the cross piece. Still, I don't think we've seen anything of this weight before. That suggests I think this originates from somewhere I never knew existed. This one isn't sealed. How old are you, Yazi? 34, mistress. I began working in the market when I was 8. Hmm. 34. You could have been at the orphanage with me. An orphanage would have been luxury. My parents sold me to her. Are your parents still alive? No. The knife should do it. There. Let's see now. Artifacts. Just like on the other moon. Look at this. It's a shared ancient annotated chart of the rivers. Along a river, there appears to be a drow motif, mistress. Ooh, here we go. This one is a blurry piece from an even longer phrase, okay? Hello, MC Trim. It reads, you have been rickrolled. Flow. I have 2 words for does not. And this one is wrong. As rivers flow, does not we? Makes sense. What if I put this? My alternative for does not has to be wrong. Yes, it is. So what does this say? That's weird. It's a double negative. I think I might be correct, MC2M. I'm being rickrolled. I'm gonna go with so. Do. Don't think this as do would help my mind. Do Pat Waters. Reverse. As rivers flow, so do we. That makes sense, kinda. I suspect this originated on a completely different site than that dagger we found before. I made sense of this one right away. In fact, I don't think I've seen anything quite like this shared chart before. So it must come from a site that is undocumented. But that's not all. Look at this. It's a fractured brooch made of crystal dating from the Yaxian Empire. No inscriptions are on the surface. This comes from the same site as the scimitar in the book we found before, I think. We've got a lot of leads on the moon depicted in the Emperor's Wall mural now. This should make it easier to find. But these are good finds. What are they doing out here? This is the way in. Mix. Tied up from the outside. My scanners do not suggest there is anyone inside. As I told you, they all left. The knots out are to there. I will wait out here. Why? There is a large winch inside Mix, which I do not intend to meet again. You will forgive me, I hope. Alright then. You're with me, 6?
Darkness.
Mistress, watch your step. Will 6 let me do the things
An enormous pit had been cut into the rock below. It must have taken days to do. Weeks even.
What could be down here to be worth all this? I really hope 6 don't get in my way of climbing down this place. Because I remember those, the kind of thing he tends to complain about. Just be careful, mistress. You are very close to the edge. It's very dark in here. Indeed, mistress. I mean, it's too dark to work. Remember, must have set up some lights. Then in turn, mistress, there must be power. There are some power things here. Just don't... Was there one outside here? Oh, there's the power generator. I think there is a couple. There's one more downstairs. Evidently it's a generator, mistress. Let's see now. Light.
Wooden walkways spiraled down, held together by ropes and luck. You could tell this place was built by Elberethians.
Those walkways look unbelievably dangerous, mistress. This whole thing feels oddly like walking into a trap. Walkways posed to collapse. A pit big enough to hold an eagle. And yet you intend to walk into it. Of course I intend to walk into it. The only way to understand the trap is to trigger it. That is possibly the stupidest thing I have ever heard, mistress. I do not disagree with you, 6. Sometimes it's so hard to get it prompt. I don't even need mouse, okay. Just... There we go. How far does it go? Evidently it is quite a drop, mistress. Whatever was being uncovered was well buried. Here goes. The walkway is extremely badly made, mistress. Typical. On the other hand, it's probably gonna be entertaining to have him down here. Why don't you go first, 6? Really, mistress, but no. I refuse. Evidently, it's not safe. Why don't you just test it? I could break it for you if that would help. I had more Streets of Rogue fun today. The goal was taking control of a person and eliminate another. Okay. How would that help? It would prevent you from standing on it, mistress. Fine then. I go by the waters, I go by the waters. Ha! Made it. For reference, mistress, the next blank appears worse. How much worse? About 60%, mistress. Since the first did not break, however, that is unhelpful information. Well, here goes. Oh no. By all the awakened waters. Delictably evil. That was a little close. Not that way then. What other way is there? There's no way I can jump.
Esse foi meu descanso. Tenho que ir lá acompanhar ele lá no hospital para fazer a avaliação. Tá? Tô indo. Vou deixar a porta aberta por causa do Aquiles, tá?
Is there another way down? There is only one other way down, mistress. Perhaps now we can leave. I could drop down. Maybe? There's sound down there. Nah. I'm sure you are aware of the flaw with that idea, mistress. The splink was loose. I could probably drag it. Mistress, please. The hopper will not work under the tent canopy. Good. If you fall, you will not fly up again. I'm sure you can do this. You should take a break. Yeah. It's going to work out fine. Excellent. Well, look, that should hold. Here goes nothing. Ah, I hate when the controls overlap. Easy. That wasn't so bad. But there is no way for me to follow, mistress. Then stay there. You can keep watch. I'll keep watch for your common sense, mistress. You have clearly dropped it somewhere. Okay, that was good. Can you see what's down there? Digging equipment. Now come back up. Six will leave me before I leave 6. Well, there's certainly something buried down here. But I can't make out what. Whatever it is, mistress, it has been down here for some considerable time. I wonder what Yazi is up to. With look, he has not stolen your ship, mistress. There's something here. An edge. And another ladder. Another plank. Longer than the ones higher up. Will this one hold? Mistress, I beseech you. If I might remind you, if you break your leg down here, you will stay here until it heals. You'd think of something. Perhaps I could shoot a hole in the tent canopy with a cutting look. Well, here goes. I assumed you were here, the plank cracking, mistress. This first. Another generator. Let's see what's down here. Ever heard of the Planck constant? I hear it's solid. Yeah. That plank is definitely not of Planck length. What is that? Is that a who? It's beautiful. Bits of metal. Fittings, eyelets, hooks, spare parts, and something else. What is this? This is a butter bell made of silver. I would estimate it dates from the Empire. I've seen the markings on this thing before, on the side of my ship. And there's an inscription on it. The fractured fragment from an even longer phrase, okay? Battered silver bell. Ooh. Songbird. Gives could I have that one? No. Oh, and it's split. Silent. Songbird sings and gives joy. Songbird sings and gives joy to all. I think this might mean the animal. Songbird sings and gives joy to all. As the instant for nightingale, it rained on the ship's wings. I think this comes from the same site as the fractured brooch we found here before. This will make the moon depicted in the Emperor's Wall more easier to locate. Six. This thing down here. It's a boat. Impossible, mistress. It is far too large to fly. How big? Evidently it's extremely big, mistress. Based on the curvature of the hull. 20 to 30 times the size of the Nightingale. Whoa. Imagine it intact. An enormous hull, multiple sets of sails. How does it end up here? Can I go down without crossing the plank back? That's a mast. I cannot imagine how such a boat could be launched. The uprivers are barely strong enough to lift the Nightingale into the sky. Maybe the uprivers were stronger in the past. There is no upriver on this moon. That explains why the buried ship is still here. Once it landed, it could not leave. From the damage, I just suggest that it crashed. I'm coming back across. Mistress, I cannot advise. Track. Oh no. Oof. Oof. Mistress, are you alright? Ouch. I'm alright. More or less. There is some cloth here. It broke my fall. It's really thick and heavy. It must be nearly 950 years old. It must be nearly 950 years old, mistress. Sailcloth. If only she learned how to climb down other than hazardous planks. Yeah. And she's an archaeologist, not a climber. I've dug on scores of moonsicks. You know, I've never found robots buried on any of them. Only on Iox. I assume we were stored there in case we were needed. In case you were needed for what? For following me around? I do not know why Professor Miyari considers you important enough to have a robot, mistress. I don't know why Miyari keeps giving them to me either. Unless she's trying to get rid of them. A metal ring. It's a hatch. And it's etched with symbols in ancient. Crystals from eye. No? Okay. So not chill. Tears? Metals, both use markets. Tears from eye. From people related to water, the symbol that I cannot figure out what it means. She's Aliya, not Lara Croft. She could learn a thing or two from Lara. Sometimes I think that this triangle here is like make. So if people make water, tears makes perfect sense. And it's from I as well. Those tears from I work. Not cleaning up now. There is stuff to do here. There are hatches to open. I peer down into a dusty, gloomy space. Misters, please do not stick your arm in there. Stick my arm in there. Let's just do it. Maybe I can just... Mistress, there is something here. I found something. Some kind of glass, gems, lolly, Yolite? Yolite? Indeed, mistress. Oh, is that the fuel supply of the ship? I'm not sure, but I think that the train was simple for shape or something like that. Shape of water. Or shaping water. Which kind of makes sense. Shape or make a shape, make into shape. I think how those things can work. A wooden spar? Set with metal rings for ropes. It's huge. If Alboret Patois is spoken ancient, and the control word for robot sounds like Patois, I suppose the control words are in ancient. Why are you thinking about that now? They've dug as far as they can. Underneath the supports. Yes, he was right. Whoever was running this place didn't care much for safety. There's an inscription here. It is one end of a fractured fragment of text. There's this light thing here. Acts do. That is for at least do it. Mister, that translation is clearly incorrect. That's true. There must be another possibility. Okay, nowhere. Is for, if I take this out, okay, it's split. The light symbol is, I believe you can be confident of your translation for ground. Shape of the land. Yeah, shape works. Ground is for cowards? Fear. That's my translation for fear. People with fear. Cowards. It's a ship mast. There's that related thing just like that. A key. Slicer, scooter. Someone, person. I'll go with ground is for cowards. It makes sense to be on a ship's mast. Ground is for cowards? Sounds like the name of a ship. But I've never seen a ship this big. I have faint shed my consideration of the stone in the statue, mistress. I believe I have a rough location for where the statues were constructed. Good work. Triangulate the praying parasite. Okay. That was kind of random, but I'll take it. I think he's distracting himself while I almost injure myself. Though he doesn't think much about what I'm doing. How old is the nightingale, mistress? I'm not sure. Nearly 1,500 years old, maybe. I'm coming back up, mistress. Your longest streak was 282 days according to states. That would be how idle games work. Good as new. Find them. I'm not going back down there again. Well then, mistress. The probability of collapse was steadily rising. No inscription on this card? Okay. Let's get back to the ship. Yazzie, what are... Did I just get knocked up by Yazzie? I did.
My head felt like it had been cracked open. I was not aboard the Nightingale.
What is above? Did something follow me?
And there was no sign of the robot.
Where am I? Empty now. I've got to find 6. If this was Tomb Raider game, it would be gun blazing out. Yeah. 6 has the hopper. What is this? A yellowing fragment of sail. It looks like it dates from at least the earliest days of the Empire. Rescued from the dig, I suppose. Looks like there's an embroidery in the fabric. This is the end of a longer line of text. Winds can... I think can must be right. Beauty? It's plant and life. Do plant do life. Forgotten? No. Beauty by change. Winds can change, winds can beauty. Change, I think it makes more sense. From plants to life. More mobile life, maybe. And that would be a change. Winds can smell. That they can. That will do for now. And it's a piece of sail, so makes sense. Most likely this comes from the same place as the dew crystal I found here earlier. This should help us locate the ancient site. You're still thinking about locating a site, you don't have a ship, most likely. Voices? Coming from outside? It is simple. She has a ship, we need to leave. Low on oil. Makes sense. Everything's running out here. Any way to light it? Looks like it needs a topper. I probably shouldn't burn the tent down anyway. 6 wouldn't like it. Listen. We can't just leave her here. The food is all but gone, the water too. She's from Iox. She has a robot. If I can come for you, someone will come for her. This is not good. Think the waters they didn't tie my hands together. Keep listening. Alright, I've got what I wanted. Time to go. Cut through. Remark first. There is no more time to waste. One last slice. They've gone. Bless the wind, Aliya, but you're in trouble now. They're going for the ship. But can they sail? Still warm. The woman was living here. Rainbow, you left someone behind. There's something under this crate. It seems to be a dented golden telescope. Dating from at least the earliest Empire period. Let's do translation while people are stealing a ride. A heirloom, maybe? It has that look to it. Something that was old even when it wasn't used. The casing has been inscribed with glyphs. This one is a broken piece from an even longer phrase. I left just two thieves on Iox to piss off Miar. First time I left in on Renaki, is that the name of the market moon? When winds move into line. Hope. Sun. A thing of light. Oh. It's a golden telescope. Huh. Hope, wish, blessing, no. I'm gonna go with hope. When winds move into hope. I think that's correct. A device for watching the winds and flows of the rivers. Invaluable, especially if you didn't have a robot. I'd hazard that this comes from the same source as the fragment of sail and the dew crystal I found here before. People back then must have commonly frequented both these two locations. This should help us work out where to look for the ancient site. But that's not all. I know this place would have interesting stuff. There's something here. A pen of an antler. It's like something from the Holy Empire. There's something etched along the stems of the stylus. I can hardly see the glyphs, they're so small. A pen. Okay. This is one end of a faded fragment of text. This declare this be. I think I made a mistake. So declare this be point. So no. Act. These do no. I've done something wrong. Okay, no act, good. So point B, I, this, and another error. No point. So what if I declare this be good, valley, certain, freedom. Okay, this is another symbol that I confused it. I declare this be truth, good, certain, freedom. pen. Does I declare this be truth make sense? Kinda. I'd say this comes from the same source as the butter bell and the fractured brooch I found in earlier. I declare this be written. Yeah. There must be a frequent movement between this place. 6. Mistress, I trust your cranium is intact. Mostly. Six, am I glad to see you. Indeed, mistress. Finally. A drowned rat for your ethical core, 6. You'll let me be kidnapped. And how many robots have you lost, mistress? Besides, you're clearly safe. But if I may, I believe we should leave this moon swiftly. Have we done something to the Nightingale? Nothing, mistress. But I do suggest we remove it. I will activate the hopper now. And so we left the camp, returned to the ship. Okay, let's check the inscriptions. Can I solve anything? Solvable. Brass compass. Follow me if you can. Yeah. Am I stuck here? Not really. Aboard the Lightning, we returned to the ship and sprang into the water. We're not leaving them behind, are we? I think I can see them. I can see Yaz's lamp. What do you do about this two down there? 6. You can't just leave them. I can hop her down and retrieve them, mistress. You have to. Really, mistress? They'll die out there. You came back for us? Let me make something clear right now. You try anything and I will toss you overboard. Yes, Mickey's. Don't start it as Mickey's again. He understands the Ioxian. I am not Ioxian. I'm from Alboreth. Look at you. You have a ship. And a robot. There is a market moon called Renaki. You might be able to find work. Is it owned by Iox? It's not in the Protectorate. I know people don't like Iox at all. Let's not insist. Iox is a moon of devils. You are from Elboreth. Renaki then. 6 charter course. At least you are safe, Sia. No one is ever safe, Yazi. Yes, mistress. Boy, I'm so out of the path I wanted to take, but okay. We're going to Renaki. And we're gonna talk to Amadou. And buy a gecko. I still haven't talked to Oroi. I still to talk to Oroi. That's what I'm gonna do right after Renaki. So do all Yokshians get given robots Mickeys? Only are they attached to you as children, perhaps? No, it's just me. I keep losing them, but they keep giving me more. I missed the turning. I'm not gonna stop. I might find stuff. That was a really weird turn. Master Rainbow had one for a time as well. He brought it to the Market Elboret when I was hired. How robots look the same to me. I do not know how you tell them apart. I could not reply. So was Rainbow before they passed it. 6 heroes rainbows before they passed into me. So you two have met before. I do not remember, mistress. Rainbow wiped his memory. A shame. If I did, Master Yazi's presence would be unnecessary. Ioxian space. I do not think they want to be here.
The Ranaka Reach is famous for smashing boats to splinters. The Ranakans are said to make their boats from solid iron. I could see Yazi had been on a ship before. He kept his balance with ease. It occurred to me then that he could probably sail.
See, Arima told me he was looking for an observatory. He found a boat. And what is an observatory? Sometimes I do not know who's talking. This is Aliya. An observatory is a place for watching the stars. Oh, I see. No ruins. He did find something then. An artifact, a telescope, I think. Once he found it, that was when he left. He barely even tied up the tent. I think he found something similar from a ruin near Maersi. That might have been a telescope. Perhaps he was collecting them. Talk. Here's what I don't understand about Ramba 6. What makes a roboticist takes a treasure hunting? Alright, MC2M, good night. What got him started? A robot mistress? I mean, robots are kind of treasures that you find buried, so yeah, it has some kind of structure. Just an did we miss it? But we've passed it now. Okay, crap. My goodness, we need to go back to Maersi to hit that. Mistress, there is a piece of debris some distance away on the right. It's not the one we're aiming towards. Continue to find it. Ah, fudge. I'll check that later. How did Rainbow know that boat was buried down there? I don't know. He just walked across the plain and stopped and pointed down. At least I'm getting a lot of talking done. And he said, you dig here. And there it was. Barton's left, okay? Ah, crap! Yep, reset this time. I'm alright taking a massive detour. No more talking? Ooh, rapids, good. By the goddess in our fingers. I think he saw a ruin at the water's edge. Later. My goodness, so many runs. And I'm not even close to getting to the one I'm going to. Found one here. The ruin from the earliest days of the Nebula. Fragment of a river map. Writing around the edge of a cloud. It is stained and unreadable. Here. Tears are... It's a long one, but I'm confident it says tears. Oh yeah. A site that separates mines? Freedom? I guess mines makes more sense. Mines of ice, salt, poison? Mines of poison tears are here, salt tears. There's no death. I think poison would involve the death symbol. Shaped water, probably ice. Mines of ice tears are here. Huh. Mines of ice tears are here. I'll look at it again later. Same place as the whole fragment of the compass that were found in the wash. Okay. Fragment up. It's wise mistress. You after our exact price. Really? The Heaven's Vault? Already? Heck, where the heck is that ruin? My goodness. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, ruin. Why are you surprised? It was marked on the map. Ancient times. A precisely written book filled with curious symbols. Close to here. Some market symbols. I mean, it's a book. Open it and read everything. His one is a blooded piece from an even longer phrase. Probably that's just what's left from the book. This book came through gates. I can add my translation for came to my dictionary now. Nice. This one has a lot of symbols, but I think it must say gates. This book came through the gates. This book came through the gates. Done. Most likely this consists in some fragment of paper and whole fragment. Blah blah blah. Locate the source. Okay. Barrel intact. There is nothing here. Holy crap. Double crap. Another something. Okay, 6, you're up. 6. Give me the prompt. I want to pass controls to 6. Really, you won't let me? That's super far away. It just won't let me give 6 control. I was counting on that to go to that moon, to that ruin. There's not even music. There we go. We're here, mistress. A ruin, yeah. It's a ruin from the early empire. Scratched copper cup for drinking. How long it's been out here? Described, okay. End of a longer line of text, okay. So So you might have fake symbols on the front. Or not. Raise... That's a cup. Okay, raise your... Whoop. I'm saying my translation for cry is right. Raise your goblet and cry out, of via, not at, out, and cry out. Raise your goblet and cry out. Yeah, a lot of symbols about water. Goblet makes sense. Same side as the dagger. Take side. We're here. Structure falling apart. Place clean. Okay. Okay, that's close enough. And after that, Renaki. How pissed must those two be? I promised them to take them to Renaki and I took them on a tour through the entire Nebula. What are they thinking? Structure is barely intact. There's nothing here. It was mostly a waste. But we found a couple things. Disregard the next turning. Okay, disregarding. Turning disregarded. Do you think the turning was offended by my disregardment of him? Of it? Is disregardment even a word? Is it okay to make words on a game about translating words? Help her down 6 and avoid some notice. Her naked market moon. Perhaps the Yazi and Sia can be happy here. Welcome to Renaki. Mix. I didn't know there were places like this. I had heard, but Yazzie, they are looking at us. Yes, they are. But they'll get used to you quickly enough. So, what should we do? Talk to people. There's water enough here. People here will need cleaners, housekeepers, even gardeners. This is a hard thing, you ask. Ioxian. Had we stolen your boat, we would have sailed forever and never found this place. Good fate to you. I hope you can make it at home. Take care of yourselves. What you're looking at, Yazzie? You too. Look at you. You could be sisters. What makes you say that? Can't you see it? Something around the eyes and steel inside them. Perhaps we are. I grew up in an orphanage on Elboref. I never knew my parents. If they were my parents, then you were better off without them. I'd still like to know who they were. My advice? Find someone the right age who you like and pick them. But don't go chasing ghosts, you might find them. Good fate to you. I had a few days to pocket the treasures the Ioxian wretch left behind. They should be enough. Come on, Yazzie. And hold up your head. Now let's see if we can find the Zamadu.
We snuck out of the alley mouth into a bustling street.
Any signs of ruins on this moon? No, mistress. This moon appears well inhabited. Nothing here is old.
Hawkers shouted each other down about their wares.
Rugs. I could get one for the professor. Her office could use more color. Or for Timur. The bar could use a rug. Perhaps if the archaeology does not pan out, mistress, you could simply trade rugs around the Nebula. That's an idea. This gate's actually open. What sort of place is this? It seems rich for a moon mistress. No good fate to you? Good fate to you, fine lady. Would the late care for a flat mango, perhaps? Good fate to you. You're new here, I can tell. You've never seen fruit this good before. Carnival grapes, fleezy, just today. What are those? Ah, the ladies from Iox. Something like the Zactic them. Perhaps they can interest you on a kumquat fest? A what now? You heard. How about a red pomelo? You can't possibly object to one of those. Where do you get your fruit from? It seems very fresh. It is fresh indeed. I grow it myself. Well, do let me know if you fancy anything fine, lady. I almost take a lot of water. I'm careful to reuse and take from the rain. Most people like my fruit. The pomelo sounds good. I'll package that up, fine lady. I prefer jewelry and gold. Offer something small. Fractured crystal brush. Neither of these. Valuable. No. You want to trade jewelry for fruit? Jewelry is very good for trading, good lady. So is fruit. The dented coating. Oh, for the fractured crystal brooch. Maybe this? Well, it's not the best piece. You have a deal. Your fruit fine, lady. I suppose your servo will carry it. My servo? You mean 6 here? Indeed, fine lady. I do not own one, of course, but several of my rival growers employ them. Yours is in better condition than most, certainly. Where do they get them from? A man named Damadou. He is a dealer in servos. He is in town today, I think. You will most likely encounter his entourage. And whereabouts would we encounter them? In the plaza. Good fate to you. This place doesn't seem wealthy compared to Iox. Iox is staggering in wealth, mistress. Iox is wealthy enough not to trade. I don't recognize half of these fruits. Do you grow them locally? I grow them in my tubs on my roofs. I am blessed with several roofs. Maybe I could retire somewhere like this. This is comfortable. Did I get my fruit? I guess they paid him for the information. Look at the people, 6. Are they avoiding anything? Treating anywhere in particular with caution? I detect no unusual patterns of movement. Perhaps there is an open space in that direction. People are slowing down as they leave the street. Lanterns. I wonder if the glass is blown locally. Perhaps we should begin stopping ruler passers-by about the Madu mistress. But haven't you noticed, 6? Most people run away at the sight of you. People don't like robots. There's a few more people through here.
The market of Ranaka seemed to never end. Shoemakers sold boots to the fruit sellers, who sold sour apples to the knife makers, whose blades the shoemakers used to make boots. I don't know if anyone on Ranaka ever slept, but if they did, I bet they bought and sold their dreams.
This place is so happy. I can't imagine Albareth being like this. Wealth and distance from Iox. Jars for water. Or oil, perhaps. Keep your eyes open for an entourage, whatever that means. My eyes do not close, mistress. They do not exist.
A fountain was messing about in the middle of the square, spitting at passers-by.
Can you imagine a fountain like this on Albareth? Just spilling water into the street. Do you think anyone would stop me filling a bottle? I doubt the water is drinkable. The water would still be worth a goat or two on Albareth, even if it isn't drinkable. Where does the water come from? Is there a wellspring right here? No, mistress. I believe the water is pumped up and cycled. A show of wealth then. What exactly is an archaeology, mistress? I suppose you're my entourage, EP6. They seem to sell everything here. Look in here. Those are lizards, aren't they? Gecko. All colors. Want to buy a lizard, 6? Why would I want to buy a lizard? You never know when you might need a lizard. Indeed, mistress. I will note his location should I encounter a lizard requiring a verb. You sell lizards? Buy gecko? Finest gecko, it climbs walls. Can reach right to reach places. Sorry, I mean you sell geckos? How much does one cost? 33. Gecko now or gecko later? Six, I'm going to buy a gecko. I will not carry it, mistress. I'll carry the gecko. Respectful, mistress, you did not come here for a gecko. And I am not having a gecko clambering around inside my lower drawers. Gecko? Gecko now, please. Good choice. Let's see what you've brought. I prefer ancient and mysterious things. How about I give you a pomelo? You have a deal. You have to choose a name. Why not call it 7, mistress? Maybe I call it... Wank. Sticky. I like sticky. It looks a bit like a stick. Very good, but mistress. I think your gecko has escaped. Very possible. Gecko's very quick. Where did it go? Sticky skin. cracking stone. You want more gecko? This time you hold it tight by the neck. You didn't tell me that before. I think you know how gecko work. Gecko very hard to catch. My job catching gecko is very hard. I'm buying the gecko 6. Let's see what you're offering. I prefer ancient and mysterious things. Yellow fragment of sail. How about this? I've seen worse, I suppose, but I'll need more to cover it. Have a roll of paper, Nebula map. Sure. Strategy cup from Tricky. With this too? I've seen better. Done. What do you think, 6? It looks like a rat. It's not like nothing like a rat. It has legs and crawls. Also mistress. I think your gecko has again. Very possible. Gecko's very quick. It just ran off. Good fast gecko, very healthy. You want more gecko? This time you hold it tight by the neck. I want that gecko back. Gecko very hard to catch. My job catching geckos very hard.
I could smell fried meat, spiced apple, fresh leather, wealth.
And no gecko. I'd rather have talked to the lizards. Aliya, she told you how to handle the gecko and you didn't do what she tell you. I suppose you think the gecko might know the whereabouts of a lost palace. It might be descendant from a great gecko of yesterday. It's remarks like that that make me wish I had a gecko. Okay. That is silly. This looks interesting. It may be a private space mistress. Ask if they know Amadou. Who are you? I'm looking for Amadou. You found him. What do you want? I thought you could help me. You want a servo? Are you buying? You've got one already. You don't hear about robots. Then what do you want? I've come to ask you about an ancient observatory. That's a strange thing to ask a servo dealer about. And what makes you think I know where any observatory might be? A friend of mine told me to talk to you. So the little Ioxian with the big ears has sent a bigger Ioxian. But what is my discovery worth to this one? I have found an observatory, it's true. Oh. So why don't you tell me where it is so I can go? Why don't I? A shimmering idea. Perhaps you could throw in a servo into the bargain? What do you think? Sounds like a good deal. It does not sound like a deal at all. If it were a deal, I would get something in return. Alright then, what do you want? That is a fine looking robot you have. I'd happily trade the robot, but it isn't mine to trade. I don't see anyone else around. Mr. S, please. I am not yours to sell. Trust me, 6. This is the best thing for you. That does not seem likely. I want to know what you have before I agree to anything. How old is the observatory? What state is it in? Let me tell you about the observatory. I've walked its corridors, seen ancient machines. It is built on 3 levels, each is circular, each wider than the one above, so that it looks like it must topple from the sky, and yet it stands. But perhaps that is enough for you. Did he find our heavens vault? Is that enough? I disagree, fine lady. Now we discuss a price. Do you think you have a deal? Excellent. I'm leaving 6 here. You can hop her away later. Mistress, please. A glass of water then. To settle the matter and the stomach. I'll go without. Don't trust this guy. As you will. Now, transfer ownership to me. Tell me what you want to know first. Ha! The late jokes, of course. I'm not giving you my robot for nothing. Fine, lady, consider the situation. I am a respectable businessman with a reputation to secure. You are some kind of vagabond who intends to leave this room at a moment's notice. You will trust me. Alright. 6. Only your primary user can transfer ownership, right? Your understanding of the situation is correct, mistress. Somehow this sort of things always happen to my robots. I transfer what the possessions I have of you to this man. Excellent. Why did he lose his head? Now, let's put that to the test. Robot, please forcibly eject this young lady. Indeed, master. Just tell me where the observatory is. I can eject myself. Nope, I don't think so. You could search every trickle of the desperate ways and you'll never find it. And that seems fine to me. Mr. Aliya. 6. Alright, I'm going. By all the waters. And what about the hopper? Am I stuck here? Yari is actually going to kill me this time. Okay, that didn't work the way I expected. Berries and other fruits. Amazing how these fruit sellers don't end up fighting each other. Pottery. You can sell all of these, surely. Unless they break them after every meal. Vases. I prefer 10 to the pots anyway. I could keep my pink brushes in them if I painted. Or flowers. I wonder what people here use them for. They're for oil and water. For baiting. How could you not know that? Did you just get thrown off a Medu's rooftop? That Medu's a crook. I'm sorry. Is she a rogue? A wasp hearted. Is my father. Who warps up your father the wasp? Does he always treat customers like this? I should report him. Don't you? You here are quite loyal to him, you find. Follow me. You'll get this sorted out. Father. Now what is this? Mina, my dear, what are you getting involved with? I can't have this. Give me back my robot or tell me what you owe me. Father, just have her back her servo. I want to read my book, not settle your arguments. I am a dedicated servo dealer. I know how these things work. For example, I know how ownership's transferred. I think perhaps you don't. You're right, I don't. You don't own this robot any more than I do. It's owned by someone in Iox. But you don't know who exactly? Most curious. I'm interested in the observatory, but I'm not reckless. As it happens, I don't know where the observatory is. Whoever sent you to me was misinformed. Misinformed by you. It's certainly possible. But I do know something of the place. Here. It's out there somewhere, the observatory. This may help you find it. What the heck is this? Looks like there's some carved glyphs on it. This is one end of a fractured fragment of text. Ideas, curious metal cylinder. Ideas in. Make sure my translation for ideas is correct now. Good. Stone. A side jewel. Blood? I don't know if I translate this as blood. Aperture? Why would this be aperture? What does it... How related it is to... telescopes. It is a metal cylinder, but... Is it a piece of a telescope? Ideas... But this... I'm gonna go with stone. Ideas in stone? Curious. What is this thing? Something I found floating in the desperate ways, alongside some of my stock. So you want to help me now? Why not? I don't know where it came from. So how about this? When you find the observatory, and I think maybe you will, then any servos you find inside, any robots, you bring them to me. Alright, you have a deal. A real one this time. Excellent. Look forward to your return.
A fat man with a scar flashed a cheeky smile at me as he walked away.
That could have gone worse. How angry 6 is gonna be? It could have gone considerably worse, mistress. That man owed cutting tolls. Amadou wouldn't have cut you open, 6. I think anyway. I'd like to activate the hopper now, mistress. Still have more to do here. That was something that I did. She's no longer there. Bread. Smells good. Must be fresh. I cannot imagine how it smells. It is made out from moldering flowers, is that correct? I don't think so, no. Books. And many on Elboref can read. Do people here read? Most likely they do. This place is wealth enough. Shoes. Where's the shopkeeper? I could steal a pair and run off with them. Perhaps they are so badly made that they would trip up. Half of these stalls don't have merchants. Aren't they worried about thieves? Perhaps these people are rich enough to be honest. Or perhaps the punishment for stealing is extreme. A cook. Hungry 6? Hilarious. What is your ethical core anyway? What good is it? Evidently it is what stops me from pushing humans off cliffs, mistress. Is that something you want to do? It was simply an example, mistress. Were it to be convenient for me to do so, my car would prevent me. Baskets. Woven from grass. They're a lot like the ones Rembo was using. Maybe he came out here. One basket looks the same as another to me, mistress. And how reliable is your car? Evidently it is the core of my being, mistress. If it goes, I go. I wonder if I can get the key now. Most likely not. And I couldn't get my gecko. If I might ask, mistress. What is the plan now? We'll look around a little more before we go. Well, she didn't come here to stop me and give me the key. The telescope Rembo found. They must be linked to the observatory somehow. If these scopes were perhaps in communication with each other, mistress. And that enabled Rembo to locate one from another. Perhaps their connection to the observatory might be similarly traceable. This is a busy district. Heavily populated. Most of Renak's population is urban, mistress. The open spaces are reserved for cultivation. Maybe we could ship some people from Elboret to here. I'm sure they could carry a few more people. Other than Master Yazi and his friend. They hardly seem the most deserving cases.
The size of this place was nothing compared to Elbereth. But it was more packed with life. More colour, more people, more business, more hope.
The scope Rembo found in the buried boat led him to the hideout. The scope found there might have led him on, but then his ship exploded. If only there was a way to find out where he was going. Alright. I think my next step is to go back to Elboreth and talk to Oroi, finally. And then go back to Iox and see if they can give me more tips as well. But yeah, for now, I think I am done for today. Heaven's Vault will be back next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Jump to Last 3. Next Friday, 3 p.m. Jump to Last 3, I'll be playing more Shanti, Have Genie Hero. And next Sunday is it's Christmas Eve, so nothing. Alright, so thanks everyone for watching. I am the Plane Shifter, and I am phasing out. Bye.